Can an organization be effective without being efficient? Your team might be working faster than ever and still falling behind. Being busy is not the same as making progress, and here's why. If things are constantly moving in your company, but you don't seem to move ahead and improve, this could be the reason why. At the end of this video, you will understand the difference between efficiency and effectiveness and why your business needs both. What's the difference between efficiency and effectiveness? Efficiency is when you're doing work and you're not wasting time or you're not wasting material. You're very efficient. You get things done. Effective is when you're actually able to accomplish your purpose and what you wanted to do the best way possible. So they definitely go hand in hand. You want to be very efficient in order to be effective. But in order to be effective, you also need to do what you intended to do. So here's an example. Let's say, for instance, we have a customer that is asking us for product A. You can produce product B very efficiently. You figured out how to optimize the process, and you figured out how people can move faster and how they can do everything on time. But at the end, you will end up with many of product B, whereas the customer wanted product A. So you're not really being effective. Or you can be very efficient in your actions, but you're not getting to the final result. So I'm sure you can think about many examples in your business where things might be running efficiently because you improved upon the process, but they're not as effective. That's why when you document your processes, you have to be both efficient and effective, especially if you are going to improve upon the process or use AI or use automation in order to make the process more efficient. So you can make the process more efficient, but let's say you saved 5 minutes by doing that. So the process is definitely more efficient. You feel it's efficient. However, is it really effective? Did it really affect the bottom line? By saving those 5 minutes, did you really make an impact? Probably not. So if you are going to make another process more efficient and save a greater amount of time or greater amount of resources, then you're going to be more effective because you're going to be able to increase your bottom line and make things much better. So that's where you evaluate efficiency versus effectiveness. You can be very much concentrating on efficiency because you want things to work much more efficiently. But at the same time, if you don't look at the final result and make it more effective, there's going to be a disconnect and you're not going to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So what do we do? How do we overcome that? So first of all, you have to define very well what is the purpose of that process? What is the purpose of your improvement of the process? What is it that you want to achieve? And then if you achieve that, what will be the consequence? What will be the result? And that is how you're going to make things effective. So you decide what effective looks like. Where do I want to go? What do I want to achieve? Once you have that well defined, then you can take a look at your process and see where the inefficiencies are and how you can make the entire process flow better and flow faster in order to get to the result that you want, which will make it effective. That is why operational clarity is very important in order to achieve both efficiency and effectiveness. The processes that you have in place in order to execute your operations or any other part of the business have to be well defined and in alignment with your business purposes, with your operational clarity, and with the final result. And then you will get a seamless flow from the beginning of the process to the end of the process. And then you will be able to identify points of inefficiencies that if you fix those, you're going to get faster to the end of the process. So can you do it without having your workflows mapped or without having your processes well documented, including the procedures and the step-by-step? The answer is no. You got to have a clear understanding of your processes, of your workflows, of what you are doing, and of course, where do you want to get to, in order to then evaluate and analyze those and remove the inefficiencies. Once you have that clear picture of what is the situation right now, where do you want to go, how are you doing it now, and what are the steps that we need to do in order to improve the existing process, then you will be able to achieve both efficiency and effectiveness. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to effectively document your processes and procedures so they can be executed very efficiently by everyone in your company. So make sure to watch it. See you in my next video.